Right around the inauguration of Barack Obama, I was still at my job, and I was invited to several events that were surrounding the big event, you know, so there were all kinds of balls and fabulous parties and things happening, and they wanted me to come as Afrobella and cover it. And I asked my boss if I could get some time off, and he said no. And I couldn't go.
He said bye.
I said bye. Pretty much. I mean, I remember, you know, getting turned down for that and being just absolutely devastated that I was going to be essentially missing history. And I was invited to do an NPR show to kind of commemorate the inauguration. I went into his office, I told him I was on my way to do the NPR thing, and he asked me, he's like, do you really think people care about the inauguration that much?
Oh, no.
Editor-in-chief of the newspaper in Miami. Okay, thank you. I was just like, okay, so I can't work for you anymore, and you're stupid. It was just very, when I don't respect somebody, it's in my eyes, and I was just like, I can't even like stand here and look at you right now, I just have to walk away. So I did, I left, I went home, I told my husband, and he said, well, okay, you have to quit. And that was it. So I turned in my resignation very shortly after that, and then he quit his job in March, and we moved up to Chicago, which was a crazy thing to do. At that time, I really thought I was going to go into finding another job. That was my plan. In 2009, I didn't think I was going to be a full-time blogger. I came up to Chicago intending to find a job at some kind of other publication because security, you know, and that's what I was looking for. And I was afraid of doing it on my own because I'm not a business person. I don't know all this stuff. And so that was a big moment for me. Quitting the job, walking away from that was really scary. And then realizing that maybe I don't have to find another job. Maybe I can make this work. And maybe I have to make this work. And I'm going to have to just freelance my butt off and figure it out, you know what I mean? And fill in those gaps. Moments of realization for me that I didn't have to follow that conventional path. And that maybe my ideas were bigger and better than I thought they were, you know, and that maybe there were people out there who were looking for the things that I was looking for and that I could provide those things, you know, so that those were definitely benchmark moments for me.
Yeah, and 2 more milestones not exactly about money. So I think what's really the common thread I hear here is that understanding your value and that eventually you will get to where you will eventually build that sustainable livelihood. But first, it's about understanding the value and how it can be communicated. You said you're not a business person, but you have to be, right?
You have to learn how to be, and you have to learn how to be quickly, and it's like learning to swim by being thrown into the ocean. One of the biggest lessons that I had in being a business person was there is a popular hair care company that approached me to be public face for their campaign, and they had several bloggers that were going to be part of this campaign. Basically, I was approached, they said they wanted to do a photo shoot, and they were going to pay us $500. And this ad that the photo shoot was for was a full-page ad that ran in essence, ebony, sophisticated black hair, high hair, name of black publication that's been in it, and also because I didn't really know about contracts and reading contracts and looking at the fine print and having a lawyer to go over all of these things for you, I just was like, yay, and I signed and I did the photo shoot, and I didn't realize that I had signed a contract for 3 years. Can you imagine that? You got $500 for 3 years of full-page ads. And when you find out how much a full-page ad in a magazine costs, and you can't pay your bills and you can't go visit your family, it makes you want to just flip the table over. Like, so.
But I love, what do you have hanging over your desk?
So what I learned from that is that company, then after the campaign was successful for them, and they sold products, they sent us a large framed copy of the ad and the print. They sent me a copy of the ad and the 2 covers that it was featured on. And one was the Essence magazine with Barack and Michelle and you know, and all of this stuff. So it's like I've got this giant frame that costs more than I got paid. Like, because I know how much it costs to frame something. I was just like, oh, so you're letting me know. So it hangs over my desk as a daily reminder never to be taken advantage of ever.
Very good.